Yo, what is good, people? It's your boy OJ here, coming at you with another Xenoblade Chronicles X video, and today we're going to talk about the push or the marketing of this game, and we're going to talk about the potential sales Xenoblade Chronicles has and how the release timing, in my opinion, Nintendo got it right. So I was actually wrong about the release. So let's go ahead and let's get into that first, because the game is coming out in less than 3 weeks. I think it's a little bit over 2 weeks. The game will be live in North America and in Europe. It is December 4th. That's a Friday. So I do have to say this. I thought that Nintendo was going to move the release date of Xenoblade Chronicles X to the November time slot, just to kind of compete and have the big game out there for Black Friday and all that. But you know what? I was wrong. Nintendo did not do that. And another thing, it was a good idea not to do that, because Nintendo knows. And I think looking at the sales in November and looking at what has dominated, Fallout 4 has basically zapped sales from every single other game on the market that released at the same point or before it. There's no doubt about that. Fallout 4 is destroying it. It's killing it. Even Rise of the Tomb Raider on Xbox One did not sell anywhere near where they thought it should have sold because of Fallout 4. Now, the only numbers that we have for that is in the UK, but the UK usually eats up these type of stuff like Tomb Raider and the Western type shooters, and the fact that they were playing Fallout 4 instead. I don't know if Xenoblade Chronicles X, even though it's on a different system exclusive, would have had a shot as far as releasing worldwide with Fallout 4. People were hyping that up. It was heavily anticipated. It was just best if Nintendo just steered clear away from Fallout 4. And I think they made the right decision, because other games, heck, I think even Halo, Assassin's Creed Syndicate for sure, even though those games came out in October, those games I think were affected by the Fallout 4 hype bug. People are just saving their money, waiting to get the Pip-Boy edition, waiting to get the Fallout 4 bundle, all of that stuff. So I really do think that it was a good decision for Nintendo to move it away, because now the game is out. People have talked about some of the issues that it does have. Maybe the hype dies down just a little bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it will still sell like crazy because it's Fallout, but maybe people can say, hey, look at this game coming out here, you know, with Xenoblade Chronicles X, and it just gets its own month, it gets its own time where there's no other big games releasing, and Nintendo can just put that out there and say, hey, we got this really massive RPG without all the bugs and glitches. I doubt they'll say that, but we have this awesome polished RPG that's really good, that we know you guys are going to love. Here it is, December gets its own month. So I do think in the end Nintendo made the right decision, because games that released slightly before or during the same time period of Fallout are getting blasted right now. So Nintendo's just putting out what they got. They got Amiibo Festival and they got Mario Tennis. They already know those games are not going to compete, but they'll put that out there to make a little bit of extra money on the side, and then get ready to release Xenoblade in December, have its own month. So I do think that it was a good decision. Next, we're going to talk about the push in marketing. People are talking about there hasn't really been much for the game, but there's a reason for that. It's still before Black Friday. Nintendo's going to push the couple games that they have coming out, and then after that, you should see commercials for Xenoblade Chronicles X. Trust me, they're going to have a lot of commercials. Well, they're going to have a good amount. They're going to have a couple different commercials. They're going to be airing them, so you will see those ones. And they're also going to be having a Wii U bundle as well. So there's going to be stuff that just have to be a little bit more patient. It's going to be after Black Friday probably, and then they're really going to push that game a week or two before launch. Next, I do want to talk one more thing on the final bit, and that is going to be the sales of the game, which kind of goes hand in hand with the marketing a little bit, but I do think this game has a really good potential to sell, and I'll give you guys a couple of reasons why. One, there is no other games really for Wii U owners exclusively that's heavily anticipated. Amiibo Festival and Mario Tennis are not heavily anticipated. Some people are really looking forward to it, but it's not the big game that you bought a Wii U for. That's just some extra filler stuff. So with this game, there's really nothing else. With Star Fox being moved away, I think really all the attention is on Xenoblade Chronicles X, and core Wii U owners that purchase games, which there are quite a bit that love those first party games, they're going to be looking at Xenoblade Chronicles X, and they're going to be purchasing it. I think this is going to be the game that a lot of people who have Wii U's are just like, you know what, well, there's not Star Fox, there's no Zelda, there's nothing else for me to purchase on Wii U. I'm going to give this one a shot, even if they're not huge into RPGs. And I'm telling you, when the review scores start coming in and you're starting to see the previews, you start to see the beautiful open landscapes, the beautiful open world, the great gameplay, the crisp attention to detail, all the different stuff you can do, the scales, everything. When you start seeing that gameplay from all these people popping up, which it's already coming a bit, I think that's going to get people hyped. I think that's going to get people ready to play this game, and I think it's going to do pretty well. I don't really take pre-order charts or anything like that seriously on VG charts or anything like that, but it does have around, I think, 100,000 or something like that pre-orders, and it's still weeks left to go, so that's not bad for a Wii U game as far as the profile that Xenoblade Chronicles X has, and I do think that those are going to go up, but I think a lot of people are just going to pick up the game. And another thing to look out for, especially when Xenoblade Chronicles comes out, is the Wii U eShop charts, because that will be a good indicator of where it does on there, because that game is actually optimized for digital play because it has those data packs installed already right there. So one of the big things in Japan was they're like, hey, you can check out the game digital because it does have those data packs already in there. It's a huge game that you're probably just going to want to have on your Wii U at all points. It was one of the best selling digital games in Japan, I think, for that month of April or May. So that's something to look out for when the game does come out here in North America, is how well it does digitally, because I know I will be picking up my version digitally, and I even bought a Japanese version digitally as well. So and I have a physical copy coming, so that will be 3 times that I buy the game. Bayonetta 2 representing just like Bayonetta 2. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these topics here, as far as when Nintendo's going to put the squeeze on for the marketing, as far as the sales go, what you think the hype level is. I think there's a lot of people looking forward to this game, and of course the position that it came out in. Do you think that it still should have come out in November with Fallout and with Halo and with all these games like recent on fresh memory right there, and all these big titles where the Wii U isn't necessarily in the best position? Or do you think it should have came out in December, where it kind of has its own release period? I personally go with the latter there. I do think that December is great for it. After looking at what Fallout 4 has done, it has basically wastelanded every other game out there, even Rise of Tomb Raider to a degree. So yeah, I definitely think that it was good that Nintendo just steered clear from that month. And December, early December, then that's the good thing. Not late December, but early December, we can pick up that title and we can get all the hype focused right on there, because it'll be the only big game in December, unless you're counting Devil's Third. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button if you do like this video. Let me know you guys want more Xenoblade Chronicles X content in the future, and also subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.
Images start to stalk my enemies. I hear voices, but no one talking to me.